Here we go.
One more time, we're going to say congratulations to Cristiano Ronaldo and Portugal for winning the Nations League. People can call it the Carabao Cup, the Mickey Mouse Cup, but it is what it is. A cup is a cup. We all know that the competition used to be called friendlies not long ago, but they put a name and they put a trophy to give it more value. A trophy is a trophy, and Cristiano Ronaldo showed Lamine Yamal who is the boss. He was saying, I'm the only guy here on that pitch. You have to wait for your time, kid. This is my stage. So Ronaldo, red wine, keep on scoring goals, and he might get to 1,000 goals very, very soon. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ogs, your own brother. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment down below. Only 1 second. It doesn't cost any money. It's going to help the channel a lot. Less than 48 hours to go until the transfer window is closed temporarily, and it's going to open again after 6 days. And Manchester City, I have to tell you, they are getting a very good deal on Ryan Cherki. Cherki is a baller, absolutely baller. This is a bargain for 34 million. Manchester City are very lucky to have him. Beside his attitude problem, forget about his attitude, but on the pitch, that brother is going to cook in the Premier League. And if you ask me to choose between Cherki and Florian Wirtz, I will go for Cherki. Wirtz got a lot of injuries, including ACL injury, so I'm not too sure he's going to be 100% fit most of the time in the Premier League. That is just my opinion. But in terms of quality, Wirtz is absolute quality too. But I have more confidence in Cherki than Florian Wirtz.
What did he say? What did he say?
Kim and Jay is attracted attention from the Premier League. Newcastle United and Chelsea are monitoring the situation. Remember, he signed from Napoli almost 3 years ago after winning the Scudetto. And he went to Germany. It didn't work out for him over there, let's be honest. And now it looks like Bayern Munich are willing to let him go. The price could be around 35 million, which is a very good price. But what kind of player are you going to get? Darwin Núñez is open to joining Al-Hilal. Remember, Al-Hilal got rejected by many players, including Osimhen, and I think Theo Hernandez also rejected them. So many top players don't want to go and play in Saudi. So now they are going for their second choice, third choice, fourth choice. But it could happen before the transfer deadline tomorrow. So keep an eye open on this one. Núñez really need to go somewhere else. When he came from Portugal, everybody said that he was going to be challenging with Erling Haaland, and he can even outscore Haaland, but it's been really a poor signing for Liverpool. So Chelsea player or goalkeeper called Bettinelli, many people don't know him because he doesn't play a lot, or literally he doesn't play. He played like 3 years ago in the Carabao Cup against the League 1 or League 2 opposition, and since then we never saw him again. But he's a very good guy in the dressing room. He's a leader. He helps all those youngsters in the dressing room. But this time around, it looks like he's gonna move to Manchester City, because Manchester City just to get rid of one of their veteran goalkeepers, so he's going there to replace him. I thought Chelsea were going to keep him. I wanted Chelsea to keep him because of his experience, but it looks like they're not gonna put any kind of complication, because if the player decides to go there, for his service at Chelsea Football Club. You have just to give him a chance. Open the door and let him go. For more news, you can check on the Green Turf channel, because I just made some special videos about Chelsea transfer dealing so far. Ekitike, Maignan, Gittens, and the confirmation of Mamadou Sarr, and how Chelsea potentially could hijack the deal to sign Sesko, hijack him from Arsenal. It's not impossible because he's been linked with Chelsea for the last 3 years. Chelsea been monitoring him, but Chelsea also are trying to get Ekitike. So if Ekitike doesn't work, they could go and get Sesko. So Jadon Sancho, remember, he refused to sign for Chelsea because of his salary. He doesn't want to let the money on the table at Manchester United, but it looks like Saudi also want Jadon Sancho. Do you really believe that Sancho lifestyle is going to be good in Saudi? Nobody knows. I think he's going to get a ridiculous amount of money there, probably more money than what he was getting at Manchester United. And in Saudi, it's tax-free. So if they give you 300k a week, it's your money. But in England, if they give you 300k a week, almost half of your money is going to the government to pay taxes. So you have to think about, what do you want? You want just a prestige in Europe and the visibility in the Champions League, or you want to go there and get money? Osimhen rejected. He want to stay in Europe. We don't know what team he's going, but he been also linked with Manchester United, Chelsea, Galatasaray, Juventus, and probably PSG.
I invested the money.
Stop! Hey! Dada. Why?
Business.
Chelsea confirmed this morning the signing of Mamadou Sarr, not Malang Sarr. Everybody remember Malang Sarr, but he left Chelsea. And now we have Mamadou Sarr, who is a centre-back, very tall, 6'4", young, 19 years old, but still got a lot of quality to do good at Chelsea. The only issue is Chelsea are signing a lot of youngsters without experience. So who is going to help who? You know, all of them are a bunch of kids. So your development is going to take time because you don't have somebody to help you. Anyways. So beside that, let's jump to Zubi-Doo. Zubimendi, we know since January that he accepted to join Arsenal. Apparently, it's not official yet. But according to some news from Spain, looks like Real Madrid are trying to hijack him from Arsenal. It's going to be difficult for Arsenal, really, because they sold this guy to the fans. And imagine if he end up by signing for Real Madrid. And remember, Liverpool were very confident last summer. He decided to stay in Spain. And this time, I think he loves his country too much. He's afraid of what if, you know. So it looks like if Madrid really push and want to sign him, he could be signing for Real Madrid instead of Arsenal. Troll football. Year 2065, Ronaldo has won the 25th UEFA Nations League title. Okay. This is funny. This is funny. It was good to see the battle between Nuno Mendes and Lamine Yamal. He completely destroyed Yamal. Yamal couldn't even get a sniff. Mendes is one of the best, or probably the best left back in the entire world right now, without any doubt. Manchester United have made an initial approach to sign Victor Gyokeres. Sky Sport just announced it. This guy, you have to ask yourself why big teams are not rushing to sign him. There is something that they know that we don't know. The price still reasonable, around 65 million release clause, and he wants about 200k a week, which is a normal price for a goal-scoring machine like him. But it looks like he's gonna choose Manchester United because there is no choice elsewhere. Otherwise, he was going to choose like a team in the Champions League or something, like Arsenal or Chelsea or PSG. But
Here we go.
he said that Victor Osimhen preference is to join the Premier League. Now, who is going to pay the money that Osimhen is demanding? That is a very, very good question to ask. So, and how much money? If you reject 45 million a season, tax-free, after tax, all the money in your pocket, and you come to the Premier League and they offer you 200k and you have to pay half of that to the government. I don't know. The guy, I'm not blaming him. That is his life if he chooses football. But probably looking back years from now, he might regret letting that money go. Kudus, in the last few days, he was linked with Chelsea. Now, he's been linked with Arsenal. According to transfer.com, West Ham will be asking for 84 million. Another brother that refused to go to Saudi though. Remember last summer, they wanted him at Saudi, crazy, ridiculous salary. But this brother wanted to stay in Europe and prove himself in a high level. So signing for Chelsea or Arsenal is going to be very good for him, but it's not confirmed yet. They open talks with West Ham to try to sign him, but Arsenal need to sign a number one first. Go for your priority first, and then if you still have some change, you can go and complete for other positions. Ter Stegen refused to leave Barcelona. He wants his money paid because he's still on a long contract until 2028. They have to pay him 42 million if they want him to leave, because they just got Garcia, and Ter Stegen don't want to be on the bench. He don't want to be challenging for number one position. He thinks that he played long enough and he earned that position at Barcelona. But last season he was injured for a long period of time. They had to go and call Chesney back from his retirement to play for them. And Chesney, by the way, did pretty good. But it looks like Garcia is going to be their number one. And this guy, Ter Stegen, could be pushed out of the door. Manchester United been linked with him because United, let's be honest, they really need a goalkeeper. They can't count on Andre Onana.
And people can say what they want. I don't care. You know, I just do my thing. If you are angry, it's your problem. If you are happy, it's your problem. So for me, that's a matter only. So for the rest, they can sing, they can cry. I don't give shit.
Hugo Ekitike, the guy that been linked with Chelsea in the last few weeks, but it's not materialized yet. Frankfurt still asking for release clause, and they don't budge, really. They sold Kolomwani for 80 million. They sold Mamouche for 65 million. Now it's opening the door for Liverpool to go and buy him. The problem, I don't see it happening with Liverpool, because Liverpool still are working on 150 million for Florian Wirtz. They already got Frimpong for around 35 million. That is a very good price. And they are working also on Gyokeres that will cost 50 million. And if they spend 150 million on Florian Wirtz, I don't think they're going to have enough money to go and sign Ekitike. Let's talk about the Club World Cup. It's going to start this weekend in America. It's going to be halftime show. I think they are testing the halftime show thing so they can implement it in the World Cup 2026 in America. So it's going to be just something interesting. And people need to keep an open mind when it comes to halftime shows, because today's generation, their focus is not on 90 minutes of game of football. They focus on many different situations going on in different platforms. So if you can bring a little bit of entertainment to them, it could keep them watching football. So we have to keep an open mind when it comes to this kind of event, because people are complaining. Everything is Americanized. Everything that is done here in basketball or American football, NFL, they try to copy it in other sports around the world, but it's not always a bad thing. Just keep an open mind. That's what I can say. Thomas Frank to Tottenham Hotspurs could happen very, very soon. He wanna move there. He's going to be a new Tottenham Hotspurs manager. Ange Postecoglou won Europa League and got sacked. And if you replace somebody who just won a big trophy, people expect a little bit more from you. It's going to be interesting to see how Thomas Frank is going to be. Is he going to be a flop or a hit? Exclusive from Fabrizio Romano, Brighton agreed to sign Diego Coppola as a new centre-back. Let me tell you what, I don't know the guy. He played in Italy for Hellas Verona, but all I can say is I trust the recruitment department at Brighton because they know how to find those germs. They find them out of the blue, they develop them, and they're going to sell them for big money.